So let's take a look at what is a crucial conversation. That way, next time one shows up, we can be aware that we're in it. And the explanation to what makes up one comes from a book by that title, Crucial Conversations. Now, this book is another one that's in my top 5. It's one of the biggest assets I have found in handling tough situations. And what the author says, there's 3 parts to a crucial conversation that we should be aware of. The first is opposing opinions. We think one thing is right, they think something else is right. Well, the skill here is not letting anger take over or avoidance to creep in. We need to recognize that when somebody's opinion differs from ours, then there's a second ingredient that probably follows close behind it, and that is strong emotions. We start to differ in opinions, and then emotions start to rise. And then we can have a true problem on our hands. We can start to get passionate about our position. And they're feeling the same. And then the third ingredient can take us over the top. High stakes. Now it becomes a crucial conversation. We're really focusing if we're going to win or we're going to lose. Something is now on the line because the stakes are high. To us, it's the difference between success or failure. And we are passionate about our position. We have now entered a crucial conversation. Those are the 3 ingredients we've got to be aware and watch out for. Opposing opinions, strong emotions, and high stakes. You see, this is where we have to make a choice to how we're going to handle this. And there are many things to think through. One of the most helpful that I have found is called the 5 conflict styles. This simply put is how I'm going to respond to conflict. Conflict management styles are just how we address, engage, resolve, and handle the conflicts that are presented to us. So the first conflict style we're going to look at is known as avoiding. Now this is appropriate when the situation has a low impact and low importance. This is when we sidestep an issue to avoid it. Think about gossip in the workplace. Maybe you just sidestep that. It's low impact, low importance. Now let's take a look at the second style, which is accommodating. Right? This is where you allow the other person to have their way. These are conflicts, maybe there's a low impact, but the importance is moderate. Right? It's not going to be a huge deal, but you're going to let them do their thing. I think this is where we let upcoming leaders try their new ideas. Maybe when the time is not very busy, or maybe when it's an off season, but we accommodate. We want to let them try their way, and it isn't detrimental if it doesn't work. So then we have the compromising style, which is all about you both giving up a little bit to move forward. It's the I win some, you win some approach. But remember, they lose some and you lose some too. Both the impact and importance in these are probably pretty moderate. And a lot of times I find these are conflicts that can be time sensitive. But we need to move forward, and at the moment this could be the best way to do it, so we each have to give some up. But let me remind you, this is where your negotiation skills are going to come into play. Now, the fourth style is collaborating. This is where we're working together to find a solution that meets each other's needs. We call this a win-win situation. This is a lot of times where we want to be. These can be the times when the impact is high because what you do can achieve more, and the importance is moderate or high. This is where you're working together. This is where relationships are truly growing in the collaboration style. The last is the competing style. This is a you win, they lose. It can be seen as a my way or the highway approach. But I'll tell you, it's also helpful if you're standing up for your values or moral issues. These are times that are of high impact and high importance. These are times when we have to compete. Now here's the key principle that I want you to see about these styles. No one style is wrong, but it's wrong to only use one style. I mean, ask yourself for a minute, what style do you usually gravitate to? Think about the last few conflicts you had at work. What style did you use? What style should you have used? Now, I usually preface this with the analogy of a golf bag. You know, one of my old golf teachers years back said, Reese, when it's time to select the right club, you got to let the club do the work. Now, why did he say that? Because I was trying to power through the ball. Now, this can be true for us here. Maybe you're a natural avoider during a situation, or maybe you compete about everything. and there's a better club you can select instead of just trying to power through the style that you feel the most used to and getting lost in the trees every time.